working the way it's supposed to? What's up, all of y'all? Happy holidays, happy new year, gentle holidays, gentle new year. I know that this has been a year for all of us. And I am sending you, me and Hannah, everybody at Tails, even Dio the dog, sending you so much love to everybody. Yes, you can, Kels, but everybody else, I know we've all been going through it. My objective is to not get anything on my tie for at least 30 minutes. Somebody start a timer. somebody started. I know, right? Our transitions are fire. We are so fancy. Hello, everyone. I am Crystal Storm. I am the co-founder of the Tales of the Forgotten Fiction Network. We make audio dramas, fiction podcasts, and more here at the Tales of the Forgotten Fiction Network. And today we are going to do a look back and a look ahead. And I like to call that now the prophecy of the tales. I'm very excited. I'm a little nervous. Like, I'm never nervous, but today I'm nervous. I don't know why. I've got some banging tea. If you are listening to this via speakers, you might want to put headphones on because I say the F word a lot. This is your warning. It was so hard for me to do that whole spiel and not drop one F-bomb, but I did it. Alex, be proud. I did it. And now I'm going to just let loose. Now it's over. I warned you. I told you to put on headphones. I say get the kids out the room. Now it's on you. You just let them know that Aunt Crystal fucks my favorite word. I don't know what you want me to tell you. I know, right, Tara? We miss you. Miss you. I know. I got my purple shirt on. I got my suspenders on. Feeling fancy as fuck right now, y'all. I'm not going anywhere either. Like, tonight, I'm going to be in the living room. I'm going to be, like, in the living room tonight. Like, that's our hanging out with y'all here. We'll stream some games or whatever, but we're just chilling. So, here's how we're going to break this up tonight. We're going to do a kind of too long, didn't read version of this. So that way, if you have somewhere you got to be, you got big plans for the night, whether that just be hanging out with your family or whatever, you'll kind of get the sit rep of everything. And then in the second half, I'll get down into the nitty gritty of some things. If you guys have questions for me, please ask them. I love you guys' feedback. So the second half will be kind of more open-ended and more what you're used to, akin to Crystal happily ranting about Tales because I love Tales so much. I know, right? Yeah, I look fancy. I want to dress like this more this year. It's like a whole vibe. It's like a whole fucking vibe, all right? So I introduced myself. Like I told you guys, I'm Crystal. I run Tales with Hannah, who is my life partner and business partner, and she is amazing. Hannah does the sound design. She does community events, and then we juggle a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff. Also, y'all see me looking down. Y'all know I got notes. One day we'll get a fancy teleprompter up in here, but we ain't that fancy yet. So y'all, I have notes. Just work with me, okay? And then I do the writing and directing, and I help out with sound design sometimes, but mostly the how amazing Tales shows sound is because of Hannah. So give her all the accolades, all right? First, I want to kick this off with a big shout out to our Discord community, okay? You guys, y'all be chatting, y'all are lurking, but you really just keep Tales in your hearts and minds, like, all throughout the year as we go on this journey together, and I am so grateful for y'all. Y'all know who you are. We love you. Thank you. I want to sincerely thank all the voice actors that we had the pleasure of working with this year, new and old. We have such an incredible core group of VAs. We've got our OG VAs. And listen, word cannot express how much I love y'all. I miss y'all. I miss working with y'all. And I cannot wait to jump back into the studio and make incredible things. If you are an audio drama creator, you're thinking about doing audio dramas, please go to our casting pages over on talesoftheforgotten.com. There are show pages. There is links to all of our voice actors' pages and how to get in touch with them. So please hire them for all your projects. They're incredible in studio sessions. They're highly directable. They will do nothing but elevate your project. So if you have heard somebody in a Tales show, you should hire them fucking immediately, like right now. Right now. Just fucking do it. My glasses are dirty. It's distracting. Okay. Next up. I gotta shuffle papers like a news broadcaster. I know. Dude, my notes are old school. I took notes. We got paper up in this motherfucker and a pen. I mean, I'm fancy and using Notion right now, but we started out, we keep it real. We keep it real at Tales, okay? Third, I definitely want to sincerely thank our keeper and protectors of the Tales and our board members. Y'all provide a level of support to the Tales Network that is also above and beyond. You know, if you want to go far, go together, and I believe that. And I am incredibly touched and honored that y'all chose to give that extra level of support to us this year and in previous years. It is completely valued beyond measure. And Hannah and I are going to make sure that y'all feel really loved on in 2025 and beyond. And also a huge shout out to our first investor, John, for being the bestest creative bro ever. John is great. And I get to have a meeting with John mid-January, and tell him all the cool Tales plans too. So that's going to be exciting. So as far as Tales in 2024 and 2025, here's the too long didn't read. We're fucking awesome. And we're going to make a lot of shows. And that's it. It's over. Go home. That's it. Okay. So if you need more, I'm going to brag on Tales a little bit. And this is, like I said, it's quick and dirty, like Tasha likes it in the first episode of Please. I said what I said. Let me get my new slide. Okay. And I really want to brag on us because as creatives, and I know Gerald can relate to this, and I think Kel's, like all the creators in the chat, y'all can relate to this, how you don't stop and really look back at everything you've accomplished and give yourself credit for those accomplishments. So I want to make sure that we do that. So this isn't just for us to brag to you. This is also for me to remind myself of all the incredible things that we have done at the Tales Network since we've started. First of all, in 2024, we finished Don't Look. And I think Don't Look is our best sounding show, hands down. I think the sound design in Don't Look should win awards. It is so fucking good. So we finished Don't Look in 2024. We brought you 6 fucking fire episodes of Vampire Beginnings in 2024. We started out the year with some really awesome behind-the-scenes spotlight for our VAs, which I want to continue to do in 2025 because I love bragging on y'all. Those are still up on the Tales Network YouTube channel. We brought you live performances of some of your favorite scenes from our shows, and I want community feedback about, do you want to see more of that? What does that look like? So those are all the kind of discussions that we'll be having in 2025. We started our very first TTRPG campaign, The Last Stand. By the way, the next episode of The Last Stand is this Sunday, January 5th. I don't remember what time we start. Hannah, tell them. I don't remember. But it's this Sunday, January 5th. Next episode of The Last Stand. It's so funny, y'all. The Last Stand is so funny. We're having so much fun. So please go and check that out. In 2024, we got through our voice actor roster. We've got 100 plus incredible VAs on it. And we upgraded the membership experience for our keeper and protector of the Tales, which I'm really happy about. So everything is kind of ready to go there. So we built a really solid foundation. Really solid foundation. No, not you. No. You're always the best creative, bro, Alex. Like, John's a different creative bro, and you're like the best creative bro. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's like a whole different thing. But I really like, y'all, when you look at this slide about the growth of the network, like, I don't know what me and Pixel were on in 2023 or 2024. Like, when I just think back of like what she and I were going through, like personally, I don't know how we did anything. So the fact that we did all of this, I'm just so proud of. Like, started with Legacy, then we were just like on cocaine, and then 2024 we were just like still on cocaine, and now I don't want to do drugs anymore, and I want us to get healthy, but I still want to do stuff. So we're gonna figure that out. These are the analogies. Okay, so let's next slide. Okay, let's talk about thank you, baby. Let's talk about our download numbers, which I'm super fucking stoked about. This is, we have a fedora sitting on the side to go with the show. I do have a fedora, actually, that I could have put on. I do in fact have a fedora that I could be wearing while I'm talking, actually. Okay. So does this like completely complete the outfit? It's like outfit complete here. We good? Okay. So let's talk about some of our download numbers. In 2024, The Tales Network has had 65,131 downloads across all of our shows in 2024. We break that down a little bit. Our original shows, so everything but Legacy, had a combined of 20,931 downloads, and then Legacy carried the rest on its back like Legacy fucking does, because it's fucking Legacy. Like, come on. Everybody loves Star Wars, but we're going to talk a little bit about stats and stuff later. Since we started in 2022 as a network, I want to really brag that our shows have been downloaded 312,000 times. That is 3+ football stadiums worth of people. I Googled how many people you could fit in a football stadium because I wanted like a visual representation of that number, because when you just think about it, it's just like, oh, it's just a number. But then I wanted to actually like see it. And it's literally like 3+ football stadiums worth of people have listened to our shows since we got started in 2022. And I think that is fucking incredible. Like, that's just wild. That's so fucking great. I love that. I love that number so much. And that's with, guys, we've not done any marketing, like none. It's like we put the shows out and the algorithm, and then we do our like after shows or whatever, and like the Discord, like this, that's just like bare level. We just put some shit out here, and those are our numbers. So I'm so proud of us. It's crazy. I want to also brag a little bit more that Apple Analytics gives you, and all podcasters, don't just look at Spotify, you should look at Apple too, because Apple will also give you like an average consumption rate, which I really like looking at, because it'll tell you like if people are actually listening to an entire episode, right? Where they're falling off at, like what episodes are people only listening to like a little bit of versus like all of, right? And according to Apple Analytics, all of our shows have on average 102% consumption rate. Like over 100%, which is blows my mind. Also, fun fact, Legacy episode 9 has the highest consumption rate with 242%. So I feel like me and JV got to talk at some point about why the fuck that particular episode keeps being listened to. I went back to find that episode, and it's like that. It's the Legacy episode where everybody's making moves, like Zaren's doing some shit and Reed's doing some shit, and I think Larissa's being mean to Mako. And it's just like, it wouldn't have been the episode that I would have put on my, like in a multiple choice, if you would have told me which Legacy episode has been listened to the most. I never would have picked 9, but apparently it has. I don't know. That's awesome, but I don't know. I'm just like, fuck. So, I don't know. Apple and Spotify are our top platforms, with Spotify being on average, the most listened to. Everybody listens to Tales on their phone. Interestingly, when I look at like the percentage of how many people listen on mobile versus desktop, it's usually like really high between like, it's like 50, more like 70% listens on mobile and then like 30% listens on desktop. But those numbers skew a little bit with Please. So people like listening to Please a little bit more on their desktops than all the rest of our shows, which are majority on mobile, which is hilarious to me. So, I mean, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say what I'm thinking, but y'all know what I'm thinking. And then I've got a lot more to say about the stats, but I'll get into that in kind of the nitty gritty. But above all, I just want to talk about how proud I am of everything that we have done so far. We're learning so much as we go forward. And I love that we have like this solid core group of OGs, and y'all are gonna get the bragging rights, and y'all can be like, well, I was with Tales since the beginning. Like, who the fuck is y'all? Like, y'all get those bragging rights. And I love that for you. So thank you to everyone who listened to one of our shows, told your friends about one of our shows, got somebody to listen to one of our shows. That's worth its weight in gold. So thank you so much. So much. Notice when Adult Vancito came in, because you're welcome. It's Alex. That's the reason. It's literally Alex. There we go. That's the reason why. That's the reason why. I also want to say that I'm really proud that our demographics skew heavily male, and I want to get into that. Now, fellas, don't get offended. We love you. I love how many men love our shows. But I said this in the Discord. Pixel and I write shows for people who identify as a woman. that is who I am writing shows for. I am writing shows from the female mind perspective, right? So I love that so many men love that too, but one of our things has been really trying to find our female audience because ladies, these shows are for y'all. So Fairy Tale finally is the one show that has a higher percentage of female listeners than males. So good job, Fairy Tale. Good job, Fairy Tale. We finally got one. Star Wars is ridiculous. When I look at the demographics for Legacy, it's like no woman ever has ever liked Star Wars. It's dumb. We can't rely on Spotify or Apple's algorithm to serve our shows anymore because women will never find us because whatever. So for 2025 for us, it's what I am calling our glow up year. And this is the year that we are also going to act more like CD Projekt Red. And I will get more into the nitty gritty, but here's what this looked like. Here's what this is going to look like for us. We are going to finish Vampire Beginnings. That's the absolute first thing we're going to do before I do anything else on my to-do list. Vampire Beginnings, we finish it. We are going to be focusing a lot on marketing our 2023, 2024 group of shows. So it's basically all of our original shows, everything beyond Legacy, right? We are committing to at least one community event every month from February to October. And I will talk more about that time frame in the nitty gritty. We will be getting our Discord moderator group set up. Like a while ago, Tara, love you, Tara, took the time out to help put together some policies and like procedures and like rules and such for our Discord moderator group. So I will be going through that. We'll be talking to the board members and we'll be creating a Discord moderator group because I anticipate growth there and I want to make sure that we are ready for it. We will be finishing our first TTRPG campaign, The Last Stand. So much fun. Again, that's coming this Sunday. Next episode coming this Sunday. We will be releasing our first character artwork this year. It is being done by the incredible, insanely talented Gerald Hill. And you guys voted, and it's going to be Reed. So there'll be a print for sale in our store. There will be a store soon. No dates, but it's coming in 2025. And then we're going to give some more love and content as well to our membership because we want you guys to feel as valued as we love y'all. We want y'all to feel that. We are undecided about the order of shows releasing in 2025 post-Vampire. Now, here's why. Financing, point blank, period. We are going to release shows in 2025. Don't trip. We're cooking. I know what we did a Discord poll and y'all voted on what order you were most interested in. And I want to do Synarchy. Trust me, especially with how the climate is in the U.S., I think it's a great time for Synarchy. But Synarchy can't be done without a budget. It just can't be. And Synarchy's budget isn't small because there's a lot. If you've read Synarchy, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. So we're going to figure that out. We're just going to figure that out. So in the words of CD Projekt Red, we are making shows. That's it. Goodbye. We love y'all. We're cooking. Like that's it. That's all I'm going to say. So per usual, I do have ridiculous and ambitious goals for Tales in 2025. I always do. But I am keeping my mouth shut about those publicly. Those big ambitious goals are for Hannah and I. They are for the board members. I do not want to keep setting an expectation for our fans that we don't meet. So that is why when I say we're going to start acting a little bit more like CG Projekt Red, all y'all need to know is that we are cooking, but you cannot come into the kitchen, but it smells good as fuck. That's it. That's all. That's the analogy. That's the analogy, okay? I can tell you that the roadmap for Tales has not changed. That has not changed. So everything that we are building towards that you should totally be excited about that is coming to you TM soon is as such. And that is, what I want is like a show window that releases from April to October. I'll get more into that in the nitty gritty. Just Tales Madness from April to October. That's like 5 to 6 shows a month. That's like, fuck yes, let's do it. We want, obviously in that window, there's exclusive shows for Tales membership, one new exclusive episode a month, whatever that looks like. In addition to everything our membership already gets, I want to do exclusive lore files. That's an idea that I had like at 3 a.m., like in the middle of last year. And this looks so fucking cool in my brain. So I can't wait for that to be something that we implement. Obviously, we want to do animated episodes of Tales shows. I have no idea which show we would start with animation, but we're gonna all of them. I don't know, but we gotta start with one. I'm gonna let y'all vote. I can't decide. We want to do Tales Network all day. So like X days a week, Tales is on all day. So we want to do that dumb shit that Netflix wants to do, where you could just be listening to Tales while you're doing other stuff, but the right way, like with audio, not with TV. You see, Netflix be fucking up, but whatever. We've got a lot of ideas about what that would look like. Obviously, we want to do our Tales newsletter, and in that newsletter, it's fucking cool. I have like an outline of it, and I've even built it. It's just not quite ready yet. That's got like interviews, secret audio files, 2 to 5 minute short tales that are newsletter exclusive, and that I would like to go from like February to October, so that would be really cool. We want to do a Beyond the Tales podcast, and this is like a bi-monthly podcast that interviews creators in our industry and in this space, but I want to get down to the nitty-gritty. I want that podcast to be almost like a lesson that somebody could listen to and be like, here's how you get started voice acting. Here's, this part of audio drama creation, and break it down like that. I think that would be like really helpful and a great way for us to give back to the community. We're always looking at new media, and this is just an FYI for all creatives. Don't ever undervalue the power of your IP. That idea can go many, many, many different ways. So, for example, every one of our Tales shows, we're going to make ebooks out of them. We're going to make print books out of them. We're going to make audiobooks out of them. We're going to make, there's some shows that we could turn into TTRPGs. So never undervalue how incredible and how many different ways you can take one idea and all the different creative venues that can grow from that idea. And I'm very aware of that. So also don't sign your rights away. Reach contracts. Anyway, so that's it. That is the too long, dear Reed prophecy of the Tales. Like I said, stick with us. We're cooking. We are cooking. This is kind of going to be like our glow up, grow up year. I think we've set like a really great foundation. So now we're going to just start fine tuning a lot of things and just getting better at what we do. That's what we're doing. So if you got plans, you got a dip, this would be a good spot, because now I'm gonna start rambling and shit. And I'm gonna just, dive into some nitty gritty and share some of my notes and talk a little bit more about what we're thinking about, and drink this tea and not spill it on myself. I did not spill it on myself. I did a good job. Okay, great. Okay, so let me talk a little bit about one of the reasons why marketing, Tales is definitely about to hit the gym. Why marketing is so important to us going forward. And it's not just because download numbers and we need to be able to start making money off of our shows. Because our download numbers are great, but they're not high enough to make money from them, which you would think is wild, right? But maybe that's a good lesson for creators. So Legacy on average gets little over right now 400 downloads a week. As a sum, it gets an incredible amount of downloads. On average, Legacy is carrying the network off literally 200,000 downloads are just from fucking Tales, just from Legacy. But how that translates to funds is that we have programmatic ads that run from Red Circle, is where we host our podcast. And so they put a stupid number of ads in the pre-roll, the mid-roll, the end-roll slot, right? And then we get some money from that. But the juice really isn't worth the squeeze for this, because all those downloads, I get $10 a month. And I'm grateful. Don't get me wrong. I'm grateful. Some money is better than no money, but just see that how big download numbers have to be in this stupid ass little economy we find ourselves in. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be real ridiculous. So it's fine. Challenge accepted. Our shows are amazing. That's fine. But I also want us to take charge of our own marketing, because one, these algorithms I don't think are serving our shows to the audience they were intended to be served to. So that's another reason that we want to take charge of marketing. Another reason I want to take charge of marketing is I don't want us to be solely reliant on Spotify for our downloads. I don't trust, especially in kind of the current climate and the way some of these companies are acting, that Spotify won't do something one day that literally goes against everything that Tails stands for, right? So if, and I'm not trying to put some shit out in the universe, let's just all hope that Spotify stay cool and we can always use them and we ain't got to worry about nothing. But if that should happen, I don't want us to be fucked if I say, you know what, we don't fuck with Spotify no more. So it's very important that when I look at the number, that I look at the percentages of where people are listening to our shows, I want to see a lot more diversity in that number. Spotify, Apple, Good Pods, Podcast Addict, and there are like a bazillion others. So we've got to figure out a way to do that as well this year inside of our marketing, because I don't want all of our eggs in the same basket. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want that. I don't want that. Also too, like when I look at our review ratings, it makes me wonder if the show is being served to like the right people, because I can't tell you how many fucking transphobes are giving Fairy Tale 1-star reviews because episode 2, Colin and I have that like conversation, right? And the Fairy Tale review rating right now actually isn't bad. It's like a 4.0 on Spotify and like a 5.0 on Apple, which is great. But again, it's just about us taking more control and ownership of where our shows are being put, who our shows are being put in front of, and to make sure that we are reaching the target audience for those shows. Like everybody who loved The Acolyte should be listening to Legacy, like flat the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, those types of things. So that's what we're working on figuring out in 2025. What else do I have for y'all? So I paid a lot of attention last year to patterns and how, literally, Kels, like literally, patterns and how Hannah and I were working and what that looked like, and you know, moments where life like punched us in the face and we had to stop working, or like, you know, and how that affected our process and Tails. So 2024 was also a lot of me trying to learn how to work with my brain, being undiagnosed, unmedicated ADHD, you know, while existing in the shit show that the US is right now. And that is not likely to get any better because of, anyway. So, you know, it's rough if you in the United States right now. It just is. So I acknowledge that, and I'm trying to be very gentle with myself about that. But I'm also the eldest daughter of a boomer parent with a Capricorn rising. And so, you know, I'm hypercritical of my performance always. So there are a lot of things that I want us to clean up in 2025. So like I said, I'm excited about the foundation, but now let's get better at what we do, and what does that look like? So, I don't think for us it works that we release shows before they're finished. That doesn't quite work for us. That leads to a lot of, you know, that ADHD hyperfocus burnout. It's going to be a lot better for us to finish something entirely and then go crazy. And I think this will help a lot as well, because then if a show is finished, and then we're starting to talk about, you know, marketing and hyping it up and all that kind of stuff, then if Hannah and I get into a tight spot, mental health spot, whatever type of spot, then Tails isn't affected because shit's already done. So we kind of want to start moving in that way, but also because it will help us a lot with the marketing angle, right? If I can give a show a 3-week lead time to hype it up, to make little audio clips, to get active a little bit more on like YouTube and Twitch, I think that will benefit us a lot in the long run. So in that area, I have to slow down, get it done, then get it out. I just get excited. I be loving stuff so much. I just want to talk about it and show y'all. Like, I'm like that little kid that's like, Ma, look what I did. You know, I just get hyper, and I gotta just like chill. I gotta chill a little bit, you know, or like, you know, express that hyper activity in like a different way, you know, like, you know, I could tell like Hannah and the board about it, and, you know, and be like, oh my God, look what we did. So great. So that's a lot of what we're working on. It's just it's just a lot of cleanup. Let me make sure I'm getting all my notes. Yeah, that's it. That's it. It's literally, I have like 18,000 bullet points and things. So we're going to get with our board members and talk to them about their role and how we want to utilize them going forward. So you'll see like little bits of movement, but we also are thinking about like how we want to stay active in the community and keep the community engaged with us even when we're not putting out shows. So I put together that window of like April to October as the sweet spot for a couple of reasons. One, I noticed this again, and I noticed it in 2023, and then 2024 like really hammed it in. By the time Halloween is done, I ain't trying to do fuck. I am not trying to do a motherfucking thing. And I know a lot of people feel that way. Like by the time you get to like November, December, nobody's trying to do nothing. Like you was just trying to get through the year, relax, do some family stuff. Like you probably stressed about the holidays. Like after Halloween is over, I feel like energy levels just go douche. And I want to honor that, right? Because Hannah and I are witchy and we're in tune with the earth as well. And those are supposed to be times of like rest and reflection. So we want to honor that. So that's why like October will be like our last hurrah. And then we're like, bye, see you next year. Love y'all. And then the first half of the year, like that first quarter, that first 3 months, now the studio lights are coming back on. Now we're gearing up. Now we're back in the flow of things and we're getting ready to do production. So then by the time April hits, boom, we're back. We're fucking going crazy with tail shows, whatever that looks like. But in those little kind of chill, spots in the middle, I was also thinking about, what can we do so we're not completely absent? And I think that looks a lot like just like community events. Maybe then we do some fun live performances that are just things that are very, very easy for us to just kick out to remind people that we are still here, but we're just kind of chilling and to kind of honor that kind of ebb and flow of energy. So we're gonna have some discussions about that, and we're gonna figure that out this year. I would love it if we went to New Orleans for a board member meeting. I think that we should definitely put that on the to-do list for like 2026. That the board goes to New Orleans, or we just do a completely huge Tales meetup like in New Orleans. I think that would be incredible. I agree with that. 100%. So, starting with Vampire, by the way, is going to be really important for us, not just because I want us to finish it, because that show is amazing and deserves to be finished, but also because I'm going to really pay attention to how long it takes, and that's really important. I have no idea how long it takes us to finish a show. I have no idea. I could guess. I know what other people say. I know what if you Google the average time it takes. But I have no idea how long it takes Hannah and I to do it. No idea. No fucking idea. I need to know. That. Otherwise, how am I going to figure out this production schedule, right? So Vampire will be our opportunity to be like, all right, how long does it take us? Because Vampire is a great kind of marker as well, because it's got like the right amount of characters in it too that the majority of our Tales shows will have. It's got, especially this last episode of Vampire, will have the right amount of sound design work as well. So it'll be a really good marker for this is how long it takes us to do one episode of a show. And then from there, I can see what the realistic time frame is. And then I will go to the board and I will throw a fucking temper tantrum that I can't do the number of shows that I want to do this year because it is only Hannah and I. And I feel bad for everyone that has to deal with that temper tantrum, because I know that I'm going to be hella upsetty spaghetti, that I am not the Flash and cannot do things in half a second. It's going to bother me forever. I'm going to crawl into Gerald's DMs and bitch about it too. But that's what I'm kind of talking about too, with like our glow up and us figuring out like stuff. So we're also going to release a survey that I should finish up this week to members and give them like a month to fill out, because I want community feedback as well about like a lot of stuff. I want to know what the membership wants from us, what you guys want as far as community events. Did you like the live performances? Do you want us to do more of those? Is there a particular tale that you would love for us to tell more about? What are community expectations of us going forward? And then we can look at that and we can be like, oh my God, this idea is great. And be like, oh my God, this idea is stupid. We're not doing that. Exactly, Gerald. We can cry together. So we're gonna do cool stuff like that. I'm very excited about. And I think that's it. We have like the to-do list doesn't get any smaller. It's so long. And there's like a lot of stuff that I want to do just personally this year. Hannah and I both have like, incredible goals, but we've been doing fine. We've had a really nice work-life balance the last couple of weeks, which I'm really, really proud of. And I'm just hoping that that flow continues more often than not as we get into 2025. So that is our plan. So like I said, we are cooking. It smells amazing. You just can't come into the kitchen. Probably. I'm sorry, but it smells really good. And we've got a lot of cool stuff planned, I promise. Yeah, characters you want to hear more about. Yeah, so Hannah and I will work on that. Then we'll toss it over to the board. We'll get their feedback on it, and then we'll release it for everybody else to fill out and kind of go from there. So I want to pick Alex and JV's brain more about marketing as well. So I'm just really excited about kind of the cleanup. And I'm excited about it, and I'm honestly like you're a little nervous about it as well too, because like this is work that we kind of have to do. But if all you're doing is waiting for a show, you may or may not give a fuck, right? You're just like, damn, when Total Tale's gonna put a new show out. So I know it'll be worth the wait, but my little goblin brain is bothering me a little bit about it. I'm just keeping it real with y'all. But again, this is we've got to do this. We kind of have to put that kind of stability in place for us. So we're not doing, unhealthy BioWare crunches or like anything like that. And I think it would really benefit us going forward. And I got to figure the social media shit out, y'all. Like shit's, it was going to be TikTok, but now there's some bullshit going down with TikTok, right? So hopefully it don't get banned. I don't think it will, but that's fine. And then I got to figure out like what program to use, because when we talk about like how we want to have our presence on social media, I'm thinking just YouTube and TikTok, to be honest. Like I'm on Blue Sky a little bit. Fuck Twitter, fuck Facebook, fuck Instagram, like fuck all them. I've been on Blue Sky a little bit. I'm just thinking about like everything I have to do on my to-do list, and I have to be very intentional about where Hannah and I are putting our time. So I'm like, so we have to figure out where we're going to get the most bang for that time. And I think it would be on TikTok and YouTube. So I want to do a lot of cleanup on our YouTube channels. And then I have to find a program that doesn't suck. So far, we're looking at Descript. Descript has like this thing on their website where they're also a part of like this coalition of people that is trying to use AI ethically. So we're looking at programs that will take our videos and chop them up into clips for us. And then we can go in and edit the clips. So we need that level of automation, but that is about as far into the AI world that I am stepping until AI gets its shit together. But I have to at least step there because we don't have anybody behind the scenes to do that for us, right? So we've got to get that. So we've got to get that going a little bit, and we've got to make the process as easy as possible because I got mad scripts to write. We got shit, we've got all this other shit to do. So I need to be able to toss a video in, get that shit chopped up, subtitles automatically added, and schedule that motherfucker to go out to TikTok and YouTube and see, and kind of start massaging things that way, and also figuring out how we get our shows in front of the audience we want to get them into. Like if I'm saying that my core, like who is my core audience for Fairy Tale, for example, who is my core audience for Don't Look, who is my core audience for Vampire, like who are those people and where are they? And this is the shit that I hate doing. I hate this so much. This is the one part of running this that I'm just like, I don't care. I'm such the stereotypical creative that I'm just like, yo, I made it, it's good, listen to it. Can't do that. Can't do that. So gotta figure that out. Yeah. So that's definitely what we're doing, Tara. Is we're just gonna pick the ones that we really think that would be the most beneficial for us going forward. It was gonna be Instagram, and then fucking Meta is like, now we're gonna put AI bots on our platform, and I'm like, no. Well, now I'm really not gonna be there. Like, I didn't even want to be there that much. But I know a lot of women use Instagram, so I was like, fucking maybe. And then that came out, and I'm like, well, absolutely not. No. Nope. I don't even want to use Facebook. To be honest, I ain't even trying to be on there. Everything's just annoying, right now. Y'all is really annoying. So, but there's other stuff we can do as well. Like we can start doing a lot more cross promotion with other shows. So that means as soon as we're done with Vampire, Pixel and I will be busy making trailers. We got to make trailers for every show. We've got to make a network trailer. And then we got to start reaching out to creators. And so we got to start doing that back and forth. And we've got to be really, what's the word I'm looking for? Smart about how we do that as well. Because I noticed too, like we did a show drop. Don't Look. We put an episode of Soul Operator in, which you should listen to. It's incredible. And not just because I'm in it. And then we also did a show drop with the Mortalverse. And those consumption rates aren't great. And I'm curious as to why, because I would have thought that the audience of Don't Look would have really liked Soul Operator. But that only has like a 36% listen through rate. And I think it's the same with the Mortalverse episode that we dropped in Legacy. So I also need to figure out if that's a usual thing, like if that's normally like that, or if we didn't pick the right shows to do the drop in. So I might actually reach out to Todd and Matt as well to ask them what the consumption numbers are on the flip side of that. Like we gave them Don't Look, and I think I gave Matt the first episode of like Legacy. So I'm curious what those numbers look like on the flip side of that. So we just gotta figure that out. So that's a lot of, it's like a lot of the quote unquote boring stuff that we're doing behind the scenes, but it only benefited in the end because I love our shows. I think our shows are fucking dope, and I want more people to hear our shows. And I know the numbers that we have to hit for us to start being profitable and then do whatever the fuck we want to do money. And that's where I'm trying to get to. I want us to do whatever the fuck we want to do money, because then I'm paying the voice actors $250 an hour studio session. And then we making an animated episode of whatever the fuck y'all want. Pick one. I don't care. Then that's what we have to get to. And it's doable. It's absolutely doable. So we're just going to spend a lot of time this year figuring that out and trying new things and having a lot of fun with it. Mostly. I hate marketing, but I'm gonna bother Alex a lot about it. And I want to find a way to do it like fun too, because I love interactive marketing. I love it when like the last Matrix movie came out, and then you had to pick what pill, and depending upon what pill you picked, you got a different trailer. I love that shit. I fucking love that shit. If we can do creative marketing, and when we put ads in our shows, I want it to be fun. So like for Legacy, since Legacy is such a starting point for us, instead of putting it's so hard for me to say this word, programmatic ads in Legacy, I want to instead use that as like a springboard for our shows. So inside of Legacy, ads should look like trailers for our other shows, even though currently it's being served to a predominantly male audience. That's fine. We'll work with that until we get Legacy in front of a more diverse audience. But I also want it to be cool, and I think it's Creepypasta who does this. They do ads in such a way that it feels very much like the flow of the story. And I really want us to do that. Like that's like 1,000%. So like if you're listening to a Legacy ad, we drop that cool little music, right? And then all of a sudden it's like intergalactic radio, blah, 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 coming at you from Nar Shaddaa. Here's blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? So it's still like, even though you're being served an ad, like you're still in the story. And we did that like a little bit in Don't Look, where even the monster was like, LOL, here's an ad, feel better, loser, Like we did it like a little bit and Don't Look, but I definitely want to do that like going forward, and even go back a little bit, even if we're inserting things into shows. So it's not that like kind of such an abrupt like, oh shit, I was like all into what was happening and now here's a fucking ad, I want it to feel a little bit more organic. I think that would help a lot too. And I just love that. Like I said, I want fun marketing. Fun marketing is what I'm looking for, because all the other marketing is boring and I don't like it. And I'm not going to do it because I'm not on meds. So my executive dysfunction will just slam up against that wall and that'll be it. So I need to find a way to make it fun. So we got a lot to do. We got a lot to do. But I'm excited about all of it. I'm super excited about all of it, and I hope you guys are too. So that's it. That's it. Do y'all have any questions? Y'all got anything y'all want to talk about? Y'all got any ideas y'all want to rap about? Because I am just here. I'm just here chilling. I think a lot about how amazing Don't Look sounded. And I forgot that we did that this year too, that we finished Don't Look. Those last 2 episodes sounded so fucking good. Especially that last episode. That shit sounded so good. Oh, so good. So good. Can't wait to finish Vampire. So excited about that. But this is this where we at, y'all. This I'm really excited about Tales being on all day as well. I love that idea of just the network on all day, and it's like a cross between all of us streamers doing cool streamy shit and then shows and whatever the fuck it's gonna look like. It's gonna be really a real good time. Yeah. Has that been your favorite so far, babe, working on Don't Look? There's nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with that. I realized on our list of future shows that we want to do, we don't have another horror one. Hang on, I'm gonna look at it right now. We gotta put another horror one on there. Cause I know I don't even know where it is right now. I'll find it later. I know, like, off the top of my head, I can think of like all the shows that we want to do, but I don't think we have another horror idea. We need one. I know that we have an idea for another episode, like episode 2 of Weird Uncle. We have that. I know that's on there. That's kind of like our horror that episode 2 to Weird Uncle will be like hilarious. I love that horror comedy shit. I love that. I think Kels was talking to me last night about how great Abigail was, and Abigail is just chef's kiss. I love Weird Uncle. I don't know how we're gonna do another hallway. Like, I feel like we have to now. Like, when we do the second episode of Weird Uncle, somebody else has to run down something that just goes on like way too, like something has to happen that just happens for way too long. Don't listen instead of don't look, don't listen. Woo, that could be fun. Hold on, I'm writing that one down. I'm putting it on my notes. Talking about don't listen. That'd be fun. Particularly if you have a girl to play Silent Hill 2 and Fatal Frame into the wee hours of the night. Yes. Don't listen. Don't speak. Just like a whole slew of shows that are just start with like don't. Ooh, what about Don't Love? Like, as soon as you fall in love with somebody, you get got. That might be a little too depressing. I might have to rethink that one. Maybe punching for too long or hatching. That reminds me of, like, what is it? Inglourious Bastards, I think. There's a scene where homie's coming out of the tunnel and you hear he's got like a pipe banging on the concrete wall and it just goes on and on and on. Like, it goes way too long. It goes on way too long. I feel like you just like the machete sound, babe. Because Joy had a machete when she killed her parents. And she was really hacking them up with that machete. Like, that's a long sound. Like, I feel like that was a lot. Like, that machete hacking went on for a while. Like, she didn't have, it was a machete. I always think about that when I hear that scene. I'm like, damn, that's messy. You can't even recognize her mom. That bitch looked like sushi after Joy got done with her. Mm-mm. She's mad. She's big mad. Not just hacking. I think when we do the animation of like Weird Uncle, I want to know what that looks like. I want to cause I'm like, how are you, like, what? How does this? I'm gonna make Pixel do it on stream one day. I'll be like, babe, please demonstrate for the class what it looks like as Joy is hacking and stabbing her mother. Yeah, her true form. That's incredible. That is incredible. Incredible. I love that. I love that. You guys are great. But yeah, that's what we got. I have two whiteboards now for all the ideas. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's happening. It's happening. Can't wait. Can't wait. Can't wait. So yeah, a lot of stuff planned, you guys. Lot of fun stuff planned. And Pixel and I want to do more podcasts and stuff this year too. So just really, just really being creative as fuck in all of 2025 is the motto. Survive and be creative as fuck. That's where we're at. That's where we're at. So we love y'all. If y'all don't have any more questions, what am I looking forward to the most? You need a big rolling one? Can we have a Kris Kringle short? We absolutely should have a Kris Kringle short. 100%. Hang on. Kris Kringle short. What does that look like, Tara? I'm writing it down. With my fancy Uniball. Best pen ever. Uniball. I don't know. What am I looking forward to the most? I really want to finish Vampire. I really want to write more Vampire because I love that universe so much. I don't know what I'm looking forward to the most. Like, I want to do obviously we're going to do Snarky, even though every day I go back and forth about whether or not we should do Snarky. And also, Snarky is going to be, like, ever since I made Snarky, it's just been this gigantic, lovely pain in my ass. Because when I converted the script from Legacy, it was just easy. I just fucking just did that. I didn't even, it was just like boom, boom, bada bing. With Snarky, it's a whole different animal converting that from book to audio drama format. It's like a whole different animal. And I've got it's spurring a lot of creative ideas, but it also is going to take significantly longer than I thought it was going to take. So that's another. But I also want to do Snarky because Snarky feels a lot like sticking it to the man. Snarky feels like very revolutionary to me, and I really love that. Like, I love that. Y'all. Just think about what just happened with a certain CEO and the alleged, and then think about what you know about Snarky, and tell me it's not time. It's it's literally about a bunch of fucking Italians who stick it to the man. And then I throw in some alien shit and some spirituality shit, some esoteric shit, but that's literally fucking Snarky. That's literally it. There is never going to be a better time to do Snarky. There's just not. So we got to do Snarky. Chris encountering his first person on the naughty. Ooh, hang on. Kris Kringle short. See, now you know what's wrong with me, Terry. You said Chris encountering his first person on the naughty list, and my brain turned it into a Tales After Dark show. And I don't know if JV wants to be in a Tales After Dark show. And JV is Kris Kringle, so I'm gonna have to get my head out of the gutter on that one. I'm putting it on the list though. Chris, naughty. Snarky is definitely. That's also something. Maybe we shouldn't do Snarky because I don't want nobody come knocking at our doors. Maybe I just need to chill. Let Snarky just sit there for a minute and do something else. I don't know. But again, I got that South Node in Aquarius, and you really just want to be sticking it to the man. So I really want to do. So we gotta figure that out. I mean, clearly the stats say that we have to do more Tales After Dark because that's who's also carrying the network. Like, when I look at my individual show download numbers, since it came out, Please is at 23,000. So it is literally blowing away all the other shows. And there's 3 episodes. There's 3 fucking episodes of Please, y'all. There's 3 episodes. It's got 23,000 downloads. Clearly, I should focus on that a little bit more if we want to make some money, right? I just need to. Kels, write porn. Come on, Kels, we gotta write some porn. we gotta write more porn. I know that is the only. Have y'all noticed that that's the only person that's done that? Like nobody else has come in and said, like, where's more Fairy Tale? Or like, yo, I mean, Super Chill asked for Legacy, but I feel like that almost doesn't count, right? Nobody's asking like, where's more like Fairy Tale? What happened to Don't Look? Nobody even like, hey, are you gonna finish Vampire? No, that motherfucker came in and said, where the porn? Like that's the like nobody else. We have gotten no other kind of feedback. No. And even who said that yesterday? Kay, our homie who leaves us all those amazing motivational messages every morning. Even he was like, yep, can't wait to explore this universe. That is one of our shows that has a very nice, has a most like a kind of even male female demographic, although it does skew a little bit heavier towards the male side. And I think I know why. It's because of who our narrator is. So now I'm curious if I put, say, Adam as the main character or Gerald as the main character, do those numbers skew? But also, I kind of want to experiment that with a little bit as well, because again, that also talks about who our audience is being served to, and then we can get a little bit more detailed in the demographics. So, and then we can have like Please Wars, and y'all can just fight over whose episodes got the most downloads. Can't wait for that. A BDSM ASMR episode? I'm so intrigued. Tell me, Teresa, fuck me. Do you ever marvel at that? Like 23,000 people have listened to me. Like this. Yeah, it literally it's blowing everybody away. Our second most downloaded show is Don't Look. So it goes Please, Don't Look, Fairy Tale, then Vampire. And I feel bad for Weird Uncle because it might have more downloads, but the way kind of like podcast RSS feeds worked, it's one of the reasons why I took all the shows off the main Tales RSS feed and gave them their own feeds, because it's like they don't know who to serve the Tales feed to, because there's too many different genres on there, right? So poor Weird Uncle is kind of just like stuck on the Tales feed, and it's hard, so we gotta like help it out a little bit. I don't want to give it its own feed because it's one episode, but fuck it, I might, just to see what happens, because it's not gonna hurt nothing. Like I could just make it its own fucking feed, and I'm like, that's it. It gets updated when it's updated, you know what I'm saying? So we could, but yeah, that's kind of the order right now. Multiple narrators is also an excellent idea. It is literally an excellent idea. We also have to do what's the word I'm looking for? Is it a porn spoof? It's kind of like a porn spoof where that's why I told y'all don't be putting me out for speakers. No, but seriously, hang on. Here, let me explain. So, Bander sent me a TikTok, and it was this woman laughing her ass off about how an author was describing a sex scene and how she was describing a male organ. And the way this male organ was being described, it was one of those where you were like, Jesus Christ, you're not actually coming near me with that. Like, what are these authors on, right? It was something, it was hilarious like that. And Banter sent me a thing where we needed to do like a spoof on that, where like that perspective is from like the guy, where he thinks it's, gigantic. And then you get to like the female's perspective and it's completely different. So we just like need to do like a Tales After Dark episode where we just make fun of porn. And I think that's a great idea. I think that would be fucking hilarious. Like, from his perspective, it's, oh my God, she's got stars in her eyes. I'm the man. And for her perspective, she's just like, man, I wonder if there's ever going to be another episode of Breaking Bad. And when they're going to renew the Acolyte season 2. Just like something like that. We're really going to piss off our male fan base. We do one of those. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. That TikTok in itself is hilarious. And I'm like, that's funny. And now I want to do it. Right? I think that would be like a fun little like April Fool's episode. I don't even know what we call it. I don't even know. Right? I don't even know what we call it, but I think it would be fucking hilarious. He's all like, yeah, giving it to her so good. And she's like, that's my thigh. He's just really, that's okay. Well, I gotta call my girlfriend when I get out of here. I guess we're going to get tired. It'll be great. I think that'll be just a grand old time. Just take Rise of the Core. I just want to take like all the tropes, like literally all. I just see it in my head. Like he's like going down on her, and he's just like, it's like those like hilarious gifs of like all the math, and he's like, I know that clit is here somewhere. I know it is. I'm gonna find it. The spots you come into, Matt, are God damn it. Dude, you missed like the whole presentation, all right? I was so professional for like 50 minutes. I think it would be hilarious. We'll get Matt to play the guy. In third person. That'll be Vara Wins episode. Third person Vara Win episode. It'll be great. You'll have to go. I dropped some amazing gold nuggets, Matt, that you will have to go back and listen to on the replay. Definitely on the replay. What are you guys most excited about when you think about Tales? And is there anything from 2024 that you just love the most? That like you constantly think about? Like, man, that was so fucking fun. That's what she said. Oh, I'm eating my chicken. I got chicken. What's been like your favorite Tales moments? Also, hi Matt. What are your amazing plans for tonight? What are you and the wife doing? A non-respectful winner. I'm most excited to listen to the replay to know what I missed. Absolutely. Just listening to the stories. Love that. What about you, babe? What are you most excited about? I know, I miss you guys. I miss doing fun shit with you guys. I can't wait. I get grouchy and depressed when I don't make stuff. Like, that's real. Like, that's not even an exaggeration. I get grouchy and depressed when I'm not creating. It's just like so much work. Like, Kels, do you go back through your like unfinished books and you're like, damn, that's really good. Somebody should finish this? I do that shit all the time. I do that shit all the time. I'm like, damn, that's really good. Fuck, I gotta finish it now. Katie go through. Do you do the same, Tara? You be like, wow, man, it's a good story. Damn, somebody ought to finish it. Yeah, Katie went through the shit and don't look. Katie absolutely went through the shit and don't look. What was her review rating? So Don't Look has a 4.5 and a 4.2 review rating. I don't understand that 4.2, to be honest. I'm like, why you mean you ain't like Don't Look? Sus. I think hilariously, and I don't count Fairy Tale because of transphobes, because Fairy Tale has like a 4.0 on like Spotify, but like a 5.0 on Apple. But then, like, hilariously, like, Don't Look has like a 4.5 and a 4.2. Vampire is just 5 across the boards. Please is 4.5, 5.0. The Tales Network feed is 5.0 across the board. And then Legacy is what you would expect. It's 4.6 and 4.1. I am so proud that Legacy has stayed at above a 4-star review rating. I'm like, that's crazy. Excuse me, that's wild. That's just absolutely wild. Baby wants to do continued sketchy audio work. Try and finish a couple of shorts. Yes. The finale of Don't Look it was so good, right? Dude, I am so fucking proud of the sound work and just the whole how it all came together of Don't Look. I love that. I love that so much. Matt, you and I, after you listen to the replay as well, there's a whole kind of section about cross promotion because I want you and I to have a serious conversation about that this year because I'm curious what stats look like on your end about some things. And I want to talk about it at some point. Oh my God, Jake is here. Speaking of Don't Look. Hey. Jake, we love you. Same, Tara. I also want to do more VO work. I had a really great session with Aaron. Fourth quarter of this year. And we did like archetypes. So I just kind of speed read through all these different character archetypes. So I learned like what I was just naturally good at, and then what I needed like a little bit of work on, and then what was like not outside of my wheelhouse, but kind of like stuff that I would need like a lot of coaching on. And one, that was fucking incredible. But two, now I want to like fine tune that and then get like a new demo reel done. Cause my voiceover move a little fancy now, y'all. It's fancy as fuck. I have to take a picture and show y'all. It's real fancy. I just got to get some lights for it now, but it's like it's the right size. I got a mic stand instead of like, so I don't have a desk in there. And I finally have it perfect to where if I turn off fan, if I turn off AC, and even if my computer is running, my dB is below 60, which is, because y'all know I was fighting with that. I don't know what I did, but I hit a sweet spot, and I'm like, fuck yeah. You're going to DM me a very funny picture of the stats? Nice. Oh my God, the Don't Look finale was so great. But yeah, I also want to do a lot more voice acting. I really do, because it's so fun. I think I just didn't have the energy. Like literally, like November, December hit, and November we were so busy. We would just go. So by the time December came around, I was just like tapped out. It was so tapped out. But I do want to do more. I do want to do, and I don't want to do like, I've realized that I don't want to do like fiction audiobooks, but I would do nonfiction. And I don't know if that's being taken over by fucking AI, but I don't really want to voice 18,000 characters. That's too much work. I ain't trying to do all that. But I would narrate a fiction book. But I mostly want to do like video games, audio dramas, and animation. Like I feel like I'm the only voice actor that is not trying to get into anime. I do not give a fuck about anime. I just don't. It's just not. Maybe I just haven't found the right anime, but it's just like I love anime, and I not love anime. I can appreciate anime as like this amazing medium, and I love that so many voice actors are making careers, and I know that it's important and blah 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 blah. Me personally, I don't give a fuck about anime. I do not care about no anime. Yes, yes. Yeah, I'm excited about it. The studio, my office looks great now. Pixel's office looks great. We got our stuff back, you guys, and that was such a blessing. It's like a stressor. It's like a gentle trigger, but it's also a blessing. It really is a blessing. So it's been so wonderful. I'm like reteaching myself how to play piano, which has been lovely, and it hasn't been annoying yet, which has been really nice because I get really fussed. Because sometimes, I don't know if anybody, maybe you're musically inclined, that you just want to sit down and play something, and then if you can't, you just get like really frustrated. But so far, me slowly reteaching myself has been like a pleasure and not annoying yet. So I will fucking take it. So the audiobook narrating was like 3,000 words for $50. I know, like, whoo. Also, being mean to Regal with your favorite. Listen, being mean to Regal should be an Olympic sport. It should be. And listen, I can't wait for you guys to hear the final episode of Vampire, because I'm going to put Matt in a studio session with Maganda, and his character and her character get to go at it, like not dirty, but in like a mean way. Bro, I gave Matt a banger of a line. Matt's character has a fucking banger of a line to say to Alexa. I said that line and I had Pixel crying every time I fucking said it. He's got a banger of a line to say. No, I can't wait. Hopefully they'll be available. Knock on wood. Maganda is out here killing it. Love this for her. Every time I look at her Twitter, she's like, hey, see me in this new fucking thing. It's like, girl, yes, love this for you. Love it. Love it. But yeah, I really can't wait. I cannot wait to get back in the studio to finish that, to do that last episode. I'm so excited for it. Am us together to get you to hate each other early? No, I did. I would like to say that I am that level of mad scientist, but I am not. It's just gonna be a great just beef. Bye, Tara. Thanks for hanging out. Love your face. What are your big voice acting plans for this year, Jake? Oh, that's right. The D3 is all here. All the Legacy kids. Legacy still carrying the network on its back. Yo, I can tell y'all that I really like this is one of the reasons why we have to do all this like serious adult work this year, because I really want to do a remaster of Legacy for like its 5th anniversary. So what year do I have to do that in? Well, hang on. We came out in somebody math for me. We came out in 2022 plus not 45. Calm the fuck down. Yeah, so in like 2027, I want to do like a Legacy remaster, but I want to do it like I want to fly the entire Legacy cast out to like a location and just spend like 2 weeks, and we pay them, obviously. We fly the cast out, we pay them, and we just redo Legacy over the course of like 2 weeks, and we have all this badass like behind the scenes stuff, and we just remaster the shit out of it. I want to do that so much, like so bad, like that. Like I'm never letting that go. I think about this at least once a month. At least once a month, my brain's like, man, I cannot wait through that Legacy remaster. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. Gonna be great. Yeah, I do. I want to do this because I know that everybody wants another shot at Legacy. Maybe like wants another shot. Everybody's like, Jesus Christ, I'm so much better now. Let's do it again. I can't wait. I'm telling you, 5-year anniversary of Legacy. I really want to do a complete remaster. Taking classes ASAP, just auditioning to as much as you can to determine make a reel or not. Nice, Jake. Yes, do it. Listen, so long as you have something to send people when they need to hear you, you can like wait on like a pro reel. Just don't make people like don't. I don't know you wouldn't, but I'm gonna just say it out loud for anybody who's lurking. When you're sending stuff to casting directors, if you don't have a reel, do not send somebody a link to the production that you are in and expect them to find you. Please do not do that. That happened way too much when we was going through the Tales roster. Y'all, what is you doing? Take a clip of something that you are most proud of and send that. Don't send somebody a whole 30-minute show and be like, I'm blah, blah, blah in it. The fuck? Motherfucker, no. Jake is amazing. Jake, it remains wild to me that you are not busier. Like, how am I not talking to your agent yet? Like, what is happening? Sir, you're so good. And I say this all the time, but like you and like Gerald and like y'all are so good. I'm like always shocked that I'm like, hey, are you available? And y'all are like, yeah. I'm like, the fuck? That's crazy. Oh, Matt's sending me stats. These are fun. I love these. I love that Spotify recap. Yeah, definitely. So you have something? Absolutely. Absolutely. Torturing Regal is what is up, though. I can't wait for us to torture Regal some more. It's going to be great. So good. More of Tiani's disgusted noises. A+. Have y'all been listening to the TTRPG? Because that's been so fun. So fun and so hilarious. Just need to go harder. I know, I hear that. And then always I just got to do more things. Struggle is real, man. It's so real. I want to do more sneaky end credits too in some of our shows. Because I love that we have random episodes that just have end credits. I'm like really curious how many people actually know that there are like probably about maybe like 5-10 episodes of Legacy that have like after credit scenes. Like, I'm really curious how many people know that. I might put that in a survey. In the survey. Like, did you know that did you know that some shows have end credits? I'm writing it down. And it's not something that I want to advertise either. I kind of want those to just always be like secret. Like they're there as a reward for somebody who listens to like the credits. But I do. I want to sneakily like randomly just always like at least one in like every show that a random episode just has like a really random end credit scene like Dusk in the Blue Milk, which was every time we ask Dusk to be a guest star in one of our shows, I get amazing end credit and membership content. Like fucking chef's kiss, the content I get. So good. It's always. Oh, there is always something in there that I can use. And it's just he and his wife will just give me a whole extra scene. And it is phenomenal. Phenomenal. It's so good. So what are you and Gerald working on this year, Kels? I know besides the fact that we just all out here trying to survive and not die, which is very important. What exciting things y'all got in the pipe? Tell me something that you're super, super excited about. I think we should re-listen to the last episode of Don't Look, Babe, just because it's also fucking great. Just so good. It's so good. Also, what new audio equipment did you get, Jake? Tell us. Tell us about the new shinies. What microphone did you upgrade to? Did you upgrade your microphone? What you got going on over there? I also like, right? Shinies are great. These little chicken thingies aren't that bad either. What's a good snack? Cause just like, why you laughing? That's a serious question. That was a serious. I wanted to know what y'all had going on. Ooh, you got you a shirt? That's fancy. Ooh, fancy as fuck, boy. Ooh, you writing a short zombie anthology? That sounds amazing. Yas, cows. Yas. When do we get to read this shit? I can get some chapters. Y'all can send me some pages. Can't remember the name of the audio interface I have coming though. That's fine. That's an awesome mic. Good for you. Did you build yourself like a little booth too? I am so excited for this, Kels. I love zombie shit. A romantasy book to plot out. Pirates, Bridgerton, I need that. Inject that shit into my veins. I require that immediately. Immediately. I love everything you said about that. Mm-hmm. A romantasy. It sounds so fancy. A romantasy. Did you guys know that Jake was in like a commercial this year? Out of the cardboard. I think I posted pics of it in the GA chat. It works well. Nice. Nice. Plus the sci-fi and fantasy medical. Listen, cows, don't be sad. It's good to have all the ideas. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing that you, because you'll be writing books for the rest of your life. So that's how you know you will never run out of ideas. And for us as readers, that's great. That's incredible. Good to know that we shall always have. Well, audio drama, me and G. Oh my God, yes. Yes, yes. I'm excited. I'm super excited. I needs it. I needs all of it. We got to get y'all the next TTRPG campaign we do. I think we'll probably have about 2 to 3 more episodes of The Last Stand. And then we'll take a little break, and I hope to do another one. But hey, 5 pages is better than no pages. You're in the zombie history. I still want to write, like, this hasn't left my head, and I still want to write this story that's being told from, like, two different perspectives. And, like, one perspective is, like, this assassin who is, like, thinks that they're, like, the sole survivor in this world, and, like, they're trying to do better now, so they're, like, clearing out zombie areas and, like, leaving, like, supplies behind. But they still, like, but as the, like, their story goes on, they get, like, increasingly, like, more depressed and hopeless because they keep doing this, but they don't find nobody. And then, like, but there's this second perspective of, like, this poor person who don't know shit about fuck, and they're, like, every time they find one of these caches that are being left behind, it, like, saves their life. So then eventually these two characters meet. Like, this lives rent free in my head, but I haven't written it yet. Oh yeah, you should definitely come play 7 Days to Die with us. Fuck yeah. I'll try more acting since it worked out so well for that commercial, but I think my work is going to be too hard this year. Got you. Plus saving all my vacation days for next October. Oh, you're getting married. Oh my God, congratulations. Yay. Yay. Let me just put it out there that you should not have to save up vacation days for your marriage. There should just be like you just get time off that's paid because you're getting married. Like, that should just be a thing that you get. Just throwing that out there. Just throwing that out there. Good luck with that, Kels. I think Tails has been great for me in that regard because you kind of, like, I've kind of had to dial in on one story. Like, the other ones are still running around like llamas on coke in my brain, right? But I am focused on, like, one story. So I finish it and then I jump on to the next. So that's been great, but I feel you. Trying to decide, like, what to do first is so hard because they're all your babies, right? You love them all. We're doing, that's awesome though. Hell yeah, that sounds like such a good time. And we do get one pay. Listen, all I'm saying is that we here at Tales of the Forgotten Fiction Network, once we get to that level, we'll give you time off to go get married. Bitch, go get married. That's great. That's awesome. Do we get to come? Go get married. Bye. Fuck off. Go. Honeymoon. Somebody already got ate by a polar bear. Someone else lost their head in the elevator door. So, oh my God. Damn. That's dark. Pixel is salivating right now. She wants to do the sound effects. Pixel is like, yes, please. That one was crunchy. I'm sorry. Love you, Shelly. I'm glad somebody else's brain is also like llamas on coke. Thank you. Thank you. Ate by a polar bear and lost their head in elevator doors. You want to know a fear that I didn't know I had until, like, I watched, like, this fucking... So me and Pixel love watching spooky shit, right? And we watched Mr. Ballin's podcast on YouTube. And I knew this was, like, a thing where people would, like, sneak into your house and just stay there. You know, I knew this was a thing. But he tells his story. This girl was, like, in high school, right? And she was just nice to this kid one day. And then this kid got, like, hella obsessed with her. And then when the family left, managed to, like, dig holes in their fucking walls and was just living there for, like, 6 months until he finally lost his motherfucking mind. 6 months in their house. He, like he had a hot, like, he moved their washing machine in the basement aside and, like, a hole and put his ass back there and then with, like, in closets and shit. And I'm just like, first of all, what the fuck is your house built of that somebody could just do? What? Bro, had me fucked up. Like, if I didn't have a dog, I would have been walking around this house moving all kinds of shit aside, trying to figure out if somebody had put a hole in something. Like, what the fuck? New fear unlocked. I will never buy a house that I have not built. True facts. No, I'm serious. I'm dead ass. Dead ass, y'all. I will never. There are too many horror stories. Motherfuckers just be living in your house. Or like all of a sudden you like open up a room and it's like a whole different room and you ain't know and you've been living there for like how long and you ain't know that? No. Absolutely not. Build houses only. Will never. Absolutely not. Mr. Ballin is literally always giving us new fears. Always. Like literally always. That's legit. He told y'all want to give me another? He told me the story about this dude who was like running from the cops and like ran into like a grocery store or something, and then like got stuck in like one of those pillars. Like he decided it was a good idea to go down into like to hide, and then couldn't get out, and nobody knew he was there. I get anxiety just thinking about it. Like, just come a little claustrophobic, but just the idea of being like stuck in something like that and you can't move. Whew. I do not want like, but Jake, I want to know about the secret bonus room. Like, I do. I think like secret passages would be really fucking cool, right? And I watched this TikTok last night of like this grandpa who's got like a library in his closet. Like he opens up his closet like Narnia style, and it goes to like this whole badass magical looking back room. Like that's, but I know it's there. I don't want to not know that something's there, and there's a motherfucker living in that something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want that. That's hard. That's terrible. But I have a dog that barks at literally anything, so I don't have to worry about that. More of the story is more people need to get dogs. I just feel like you need dogs. you just need dogs. But I also want to do like fun storytelling like that this year. Like I know, like Kels, Gerald, we need to put like on the to-do list. Like I really want us to just like write stories and then just tell them for fun on like a YouTube channel. I think that would be so fun. Like just do some straight up just like storytelling. I think that would just be so fun. I really want to do some more of that. We be plotting podcasty stuff. Cause I definitely want to do more podcast. That is a great question. Maybe like right now he's being pretty good, which is incredible. I feel like we should celebrate that. In amazing ways. All right, y'all. Y'all are incredible. I love hanging out with y'all. Y'all are beautiful. I gotta go walk this dog. I'm gonna eat these chicken strips and get some more snacks and hang out with my wife and bring in like the fake New Year. Because if you're a Wiccan, you know it's not the real New Year. That's like the fake New Year. But we can celebrate the fake New Year. Like, that's fine. That's fine. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with us for this Prophecy of the Tales. I hope we've dropped some insightful nuggets, giving you guys a heads up of what we got going on. Board members, make sure you're peeking into the board member Discord because we're going to have our very first board member meeting at the beginning of February. And then we're cooking, y'all. Like I said, we're cooking. It smells great in this kitchen, and I cannot wait to serve y'all up. Some delicious, amazing shit. Yes. I will absolutely send you this dog for a month. Bet. Alec, do not play with me. I'll put that motherfucker in a box. I'll poke some holes in it, and I will write to you. Like, right to you. All right, y'all. Make sure you're going to talesoftheforgotten.com for all the information on all of our shows. We're going to do a better job about improving the accessibility of that site as well. It's on our to-do list for 2025. But yeah, go there for all the information about all our shows. Hire all of our amazing voice actors. Come hang out with us this Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central, right here on YouTube and Twitch for episode 3 of The Last Stand, our Cypher System homebrew tabletop campaign that is funny as fuck. It's so much fun, you guys. Please come and watch that. If you just need to hang out, you need something to laugh about. And that's it. That's it and that's all. We out. I look fly as fuck. Goodbye.